Hi guys, if you're watching, thank you. This is Big Bob's channel. What I'm going to be doing right here is giving the story. It's going to be a four-part piece of the Metal Gear Solid series, starting with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or finishing with 4 and another one after Metal Gear Solid 5 comes out. Yes, it is coming out. Trust me. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with Metal Gear Solid 1. I don't have my original game case with me, or at all. It got destroyed in a fire, but I downloaded it, bought it off the PSN Network store. Alright, it's going to start off with Metal Gear Solid 1. This is the book, if anyone cares to read it. Metal Gear Solid 1. The story is set between February 21st and February 27th and about 2005. You have to take into account 2005 was not too long ago, so this game was set in the future. So there was a lot of future stuff going on. And what it is there was a genetically enhanced special forces unit called Foxhound, which was set up by Big Boss. And there was an island that was called Shadow Moses that's in Alaska, where the game takes place. And it's basically a site for nuclear test or nuclear disposal, which is where they'll take nuclear hazard waste to get rid of it. But there's some hairy stuff going on down there. And so Snake is sent to Shadow Moses to find out what's going on. Hey, there's some bad stuff going on here. Snake, go check it out. You're our best man. And so they send him down there, and he runs into a whole mess of crap. All sorts of shit's going down. He's running into some crazy characters by the names of Donald Anderson, who's the chief of DARPA, and DARPA is a real company. And so what makes the Metal Gear Solid game so believable, has real life aspects brought into the game. But when Snake is informed by the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, there's a new Metal Gear going on called Metal Gear Rex, who is made by Dr. Hal Emmerich, or also known as Otacon. And with this information, Snake's like, oh god, crap, I gotta go get rid of this thing. We can't have another Metal Gear. Metal Gear is bad. It's a giant nuclear missile launching machine that can destroy the world. So Snake's going all through Shadow Moses, and he's running into bad guys, I guess you could say. Vulcan Raven, who's this huge hulking guy with a Gatling gun. Psycho Mantis, who uses mind control to control people. There's Sniper Wolf, who is the world's best sniper, sniperist, since it's a female. And he just slowly takes all these out. He runs into Meryl, who is Snake's captain's daughter, or niece. And he's out. He's got to save her. He also wants to save Otacon, because Otacon's like, I hate doing this. I don't want to do it. It's horrible. It's bad. Get me out of here, Snake. Well, Snake gets captured by Revolver Ocelot, who is an ex-Russian GRU officer. And so he's over here running the whole shebang. Everything's going down. And then you run into someone named Liquid. It's a weird name, but eventually you find out that Liquid is Snake's brother, who is from the Infantabli or Triple project. You'll find out more about that when you play it. And so all that's going down. Snake eventually destroys the Metal Gear, or believes he destroys the Metal Gear, and supposedly kills Liquid. Liquid gets his arm cut off, and this plays a huge... No, Ocelot gets his arm cut off, and Liquid's dead, and this plays a huge storyline marker piece in the story later on down the road. And at the end of the game, there's two endings to Metal Gear Solid 1. I'm not going to get into them because I want people to play it. But along with Metal Gear Solid 1, there was another game that came out called Metal Gear Solid: The VR Missions, and it it's not really an entire game like with a storyline and everything. It's just a bunch of um, missions to control or not control, but find better ways to play the game, test your sneaking missions and sneaking skills, just so you can become a better Metal Gear player. And that is Metal Gear Solid 1 in a nutshell. Pick it up from the PlayStation Network store. It's only like $6, $7, if even that. It's a phenomenal game. I highly recommend just everybody playing this game. The storyline is so in depth; it draws you in so much. It's basically like playing a movie. Um, and if you don't want to do that, pick up the book off Amazon.com. It's written by Raymond Benson. The book is exactly like the game, except for you're not playing it. So please pick it up. It's fucking great.